What's up, Raptors fans? Welcome to the Warrant Report. I hope you guys are having a good start to the week. It's time to talk about how the Raptors could bring Brandon Ingram to Toronto. Now, there's an article that released a few days ago discussing a trade between the two teams, and I'll break that down for you and also discuss Brandon Ingram's fit with the Raptors. But I do have a few things I want to announce, which is I will be giving shoutouts to random subscribers. So if you want to get a shout out, make sure to hit that subscribe button and also like this video as well, as it greatly helps this channel grow a lot. So for today's video, I want to give a shout out to I Am a Fun Guy, who has continuously supported this channel through his likes and his comments. And I also just created an Instagram account as well. So if you guys want to follow me on there, that'd be greatly appreciated. With that being said, let's get into today's video. So this article that released by NBA Analysis a few days ago had the Raptors receiving Brandon Ingram, and in return, the Pelicans would receive Fred VanVleet, Rodney Hood, the number 4 overall pick, and also the 46th pick in this year's NBA draft. Now, I know right away you're looking at this trade and you are very upset because we're giving up that number 4th overall pick, and that is definitely true. If I'm being honest here, I don't do this trade, and that is a no-no. Now, I don't necessarily mind giving Fred VanVleet and Rodney Hood and the other pick involved, but number 4 overall pick is quite a bit to give up for Brandon Ingram. But let's take a look at both sides here and how it would benefit each team. Now, the Pelicans would definitely receive their point guard of the future in Fred VanVleet. They also could re-sign Lonzo Ball as well if they wanted to have a 1-2 combo with them. That'd be a nice backcourt with them, and they get that 4th overall pick as well. They could potentially draft Evan Mobley, so that is not a bad trade. And having a look at the Raptors, though, now the Raptors do get Brandon Ingram, who is a prolific scorer at the NBA level. When you take a look at his stats here, 23.8 points per game, 4.9 rebounds, 4.8 assists. Now, I actually do believe his rebounding numbers and his assist numbers are a little bit down because he does play with Zion Williamson. I don't think they complement each other's game at all. But when you're trading for Brandon Ingram, you're trading for a 23-year-old who has proven himself to be a great scorer at the NBA level. He's been in the NBA for a while, despite being so young. So despite giving up that number 4 overall pick, you are also receiving someone who's fairly young, who's got definitely a lot of years ahead of him. And already at such a young age, he's proven to be a great scorer. And right away, when you take a look at the next screen here, this solves a huge issue for the Raptors, which is the scoring department. Now, when you take a look here, you see the Raptors in that 19th spot, which is where they ranked last season in terms of scoring and points per game. Now, we know the Raptors have definitely had some stagnant moments throughout games where they go 4 or 5 minutes without scoring points. So I think Brandon Ingram could come in, be that guy who can kind of just give you buckets when you need it. I also do believe Brandon Ingram can be that guy in the clutch who, if you need someone to get you a bucket with 2 minutes remaining, he can definitely be that guy as well. I can definitely see him being a clutch player for the Raptors. But as I've mentioned, that is quite a bit to be giving up for the Raptors. And taking a look at the next screen here, this is potentially what our starting lineup would look like. Now, I know it's a little odd seeing Gary Trent Jr. at that point guard position, but that is in case the Raptors are unable to sign, let's say, a Kyle Lowry. And I don't necessarily think Malachi Flynn is ready to be that starting point guard for the Raptors. Now, as I've mentioned, I don't like this trade for several reasons, because the main reason being you're giving up that number 4 overall pick, but also Brandon Ingram's fit with the Raptors is really odd. Let's not kid ourselves. We would have a lot of wingspan in between, Pascal and Brandon Ingram. But when taking a look at our starting lineup, it looks really strange. Now, OG Anunoby, although he's very well capable of playing the shooting guard position, he's a great versatile defender. I don't necessarily think that is his main position he wants to play. I think he benefits the most when he's playing at that small forward position. Now, Pascal Siakam, although he's listed as a power forward slash small forward, I think his natural position is the power forward position. I just don't see him being a small forward, excuse me. We've seen him guard small forwards at times, and it just doesn't really work out. I think the speed really, not to say he's not a versatile defender, but he sometimes gets blown by these smaller players. So I think him playing at that small forward position is a no-no. Now, it's funny because Brandon Ingram is actually listed as a shooting guard and small forward. I don't see him at that position either. I think naturally speaking, you play him at that power forward position. But as I've mentioned, this creates a really odd starting lineup, assuming we bring Khem Birch back. Now, I know some people may suggest we could potentially go small ball lineup, slide OG Anunoby at that center position, but we saw that last season. I think that takes quite a toll on every player. We do need a center in that starting lineup, and I just don't see OG Anunoby being a full-time center, even in small ball lineups. I think it just takes a lot of energy and drains our starting lineup when it comes to defense. They're exerting a lot of energy, and this is why I personally don't do this trade. Now, just giving a Fred VanVleet for Brandon Ingram and other parts, I personally wouldn't mind. Even future first round picks, I would not mind at all. Brandon Ingram is a great player. Let's not kid ourselves. But taking a look at just what they're giving up, that number four overall pick really hurts the Raptors. Personally, I am not giving that up. But I do want to hear your thoughts. What do you think the Raptors should do? Do you think that trade makes sense for both sides? Do you think the Raptors should include Fred VanVleet and that number four pick to get a prolific scorer, someone like Brandon Ingram who can come in, solve our scoring issues? What do you think the Raptors should do? Let me know all of the fun stuff in the comment section. And if you guys are still watching this video, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.